on Orlah Perik Bet Mishnah Gimel. We're going to explain this Mishnah following the Perush of the Kahati, who explains it according to the Rambam. And then when we're done, I'll just give you a sort of indication of how the Bartenura explains it in a much, much different way. Says the Mishnah, we're talking about dinim of bittul, how one thing can negate another thing. So says the Mishnah, Orlah ma'aleh et ha'kilayim, ve'ha'kilayim et ha'orlah, ve'ha'orlah et ha'orlah. Orlah can negate, can be combined to negate kilayim. Remember, we learned in last Mishnah that Orlah and Klai HaKarim are batel 1 to 200. You need 200 to 1 for Orlah and Klai HaKarim. So our Mishnah is going to talk about how do you get Orlah, okay? Well, let's leave these measurements out for now. Okay? Let's say I have Orlah here, okay? And they're batel 1 to 200. So let's say I have Orlah, in this case, it's not a half a sa'ah, but I have 1 sa'ah of Orlah. We're going to move the truma to the side. 1 sa'ah of Orlah. Okay, so and now I have 200 of chulin, 200 sa'ah of chulin, 200 chulin sa'ah, 200 chulin, whatever. The Hebrew things backwards, 200 chulin. So I have 1 Orlah falls into 200 chulin. Let's read the Mishnah again. Ketzad, how does it work? Sa'ah Orlah shenafla lematayim. If I have 1 sa'ah of Orlah that fell into 200 of chulin, and according to the Rambam, let's go to our thing. According to the Rambam, if 1 falls into 200, it's batel. So then we're all good. That's no problem at all. Okay? Now it's batel. Says the Mishnah, then, v'achar kach nafla sa'ah v'od orla. So then another sa'ah, okay, and even a tiny amount fell into the 201. Okay, so now I have, let's just copy this and make another one. So I have a second sa'ah. So this sa'ah fell in. And so now it's not 200. It's 201 of chulin. Why? Because it's Orlah into here, but now since it's all batel, it's all chulin. But now another sa'ah plus, we'll make it a teensy bit bigger, sa'ah plus. Okay, it's 1 plus sa'ah fell in. So originally, if both of these fell in at the same time, then it would be 2 into 200. It would be a 1 to 200 measure, and they would not be batel. But once this fell in, then the second one falls in, and it is batel. That's what the Mishnah says. V'achar kach nafla sa'ah v'od orla. O sa'ah ve'od shel kilai ha'kerim, or another sa'ah plus of kilai ha'kerim. Zui, this is what the Mishnah says, the Rambam says, sha'arla ma'aleh et ha'kilayim, that Orlah is mevatel kilayim. It wouldn't matter if it was kilayim or, this is truma, but picture a different picture, whatever. Orlah or a kilayim, or if it was something else, va'kilayim et ha'orlah, ve'orlah et ha'orlah. No matter what, since the original fell in, and now it's batel, and it made it into a larger amount of chulin, then if another one falls in, that's batel as well. That's the explanation of our Mishnah, and that's what it means. Orlah ma'aleh et ha'kilayim, kilayim et ha'orlah, ve'et ha'orlah et ha'orlah. Now, I want to explain, this is problematic, because according to the Rambam doesn't deal with a halacha called choser v'neor. Choser v'neor is a halachic terminology, meaning, if I have, the Orlah is batel, the first Orlah is batel, and I don't know about it, and then another thing of Orlah fell in, so even though halach technically we can say it was batel, choser v'neor means returns, and it raises up and brings out. Meaning it's as if, since I didn't know about it, it's as if they both fell in at the same time. And then they would not be batel, because I'd have 2 into 200, which is 1 to 100, which would not be batel. So what does the Rambam do with the problem of choser v'neor? So some say, one explanation is, the Rambam was talking about a case where you knew, where the guy found out, he knew that it was, and therefore it was totally batel, and then when the second sa'ah fell in, then it's also batel. Now the Bartenura does not explain, just so we know, the Bartenura explains this Mishnah in an entirely different way. The Bartenura says that this Mishnah is not talking about, when it says, sa'ah shenafla lematayim. In the last Mishnah, you'll go back and watch the last Mishnah, when it said mea was not mea, but mea was really, 100 was really meant 99. So here matayim, the Bartenura says, it's not matayim, it's, okay, because if it was matayim, then you wouldn't need Orlah and kilayim. You wouldn't need the Rambam is not a big chiddush. So therefore he says it's talking about 99. So he says Orlah falls into 199. 1 sa'ah falls into 199. It's not batel. Then he adds and says the other one is not Orlah, but it's neta ravai, because you have 2 shemot. One is Orlah, one is neta ravai. I know it sounds a little complicated, but in this example, it would be 199. Okay, and then you have 1 Orlah, And then you have another one. Let's make it a different color. Change the picture, format the picture. Okay, and we'll say that it's nete ravai. Picture color. We'll call it, we'll do a blue one, okay? Okay, I have one Orlah and one nete ravai. So therefore, when I put this Orlah in, it's not batel, but now it's 200. Okay, and then when I put the nete ravai in, the nete ravai is batel into the 200. That's essentially what the Bartenura says. Okay, the only problem is, of course, he has to interpret matayim to mean 199 and not 200, and he also has to interpret Orlah ma'aleh to Orlah, meaning not really, it means Orlah and nete ravai. So no matter how you say it, either the Rambam or the Bartenura, each one is problematic. If you want to go into deeper, I don't want to go too deep because it is somewhat complicated. So we'll stop here. If you have any comments or you have questions about it, you can email me here at osparto@gmail.com. We'll dedicate the learning of this Mishnah to the memory of my father, Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.